Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Orange County Speedway here at Rougemont, the 3/8 mile short track, the shortest track we're going to be running here in the NRSL Mello Yello series. This is going to be the race. This is the race I personally have been waiting to do here. And this is a 2 races in 1 video. Now, explain this. This track only holds 23 cars, so I decided to split the field up by points. The top 20 get the race in the first race, and the bottom 19 points get the race in the second heat. Second race, everybody earns points. There will be 2 winners. That's why, of course, there's 2 races in 1. So this will count as both races 27 and 28 on the series, and this is why I am doing this. Plus, of course, I want to use this track badly, and of course, also, this will be the race that will replace New Hampshire next season on the NRSL Mello Yello series. So we are here. This races will be 30 laps each, and this is race number 1 of the bunch. And so, this is the running of the Texas Pete Salson's 300 duels. So here's the starting lineup for today's running of the event. And here for the first race, on the pole is Charles Samper in number 74 Phenolube Staff America Chevy. Beside him will be Dunn LaPrade, number 99. Heating Airstream Machine Toyota. Cole Deaver has row 2 in the number 3 Oreo Ritz Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Joshua Sakuli, 62 to South Point Hotel Casino Chevy. And it's Emmanuel Hartnett, car 00, the Aquafresh Pontiac. And Jonathan Zorlin, car 33, the Reams Chevrolet. Next row down, car 44, it's Kyle Matthews in the number 44 Shell Pontiac, the leader in the points coming in. He'll be alongside 60 Winn-Dixie Ford of Joshua Osborne. Next row down, Jessica Shelton, number 94, the New Holland Ford, and she'll be alongside Joshua Collard, car 13, the Mark 1 Chevrolet, or Mark 1 Ford, for Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing. Jess has won 3 times this season. Collard was a winner at Atlanta. Then it's Dylan Young, car 38, the Great Clips Toyota, and Ryan George in car 44, the Pepsi Chevrolet. Next door down, John Arndt, car 5, the Delphi Chevrolet. And car 17, it is Bill Parker in the DeWalt Tool Chevy. Next row down has Michael Turner in car 43, the Bumper to Bumper Auto Value Toyota. And Andrew Davis in car 87, the Bell's Automobility Chevy. Row number 9 has Jesse Turner in car 34, the Gould's Pump Chevy, and beside him will be Daniel Olson in car 72, the Detroit Gasket Chevy. He won the season at Talladega. And the final starters in the first race, Benjamin Miles in car 7, this is Geico Chevrolet, and William Brock, who's 5th in the points coming in, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. So, like I said, this is 30 laps per race right here. Like I said, 23 cars can only hold this track. This track can only hold 23 cars. That's why I'm doing this dual race, so that way everybody can race and everybody can earn points. So that's fair enough. And even though you're going to have 2 winners in this dual race, of course, that's why this Texas Pete Sauce's 300 race 1 will be race 27, and race 2 will be the 28th of the season. Reason why I'm doing that, of course, is to make things fair. So that's commands begin as we get some racing here today on this 3/8 mile oval in Rougemont, North Carolina, here at Orange County Speedway. It's been a defunct track. This track's been defunct from the series since 1994. So it's but like I said, through the magic of our community, 2003 we can still race on this track on a track like this. It's going to be like the Suzuka race that we're going to be the season-ending exhibition at Suzuka, where we do 2 8 races to decide the entire field at the end of the Cup season. So here we go, green flag race, and the first race of the Texas Pete Sauce's 300 is on. Charles Sanford out in front. Here comes Cole Deaver to the inside for second position here, and Emmanuel Hartnett will go inside for the number 3 spot here as they go down to turn number 1. Sanford holds the number 1 spot at the moment. And now Deaver looks inside for position. Here comes, as Hartnett takes position now, 3rd position. 4th will go now to Dunlapred with Kyle Matthews and Jessica Shelton. And here comes Deaver for the lead here. Shelton and Matthews trade a little paint here as they come off turn number 4. So now it's Matthews and Shelton battling for the number 5 spot now. Or number 4 spot, I should say. Matthews in 5th. But here comes Dylan Young. And Matthews and LaPrade kind of touch a little bit in the turn number 1. And now Dylan Young moving his way through the field as he knocks Shelton up the track. And now here comes Hartnett. He'll take the lead in 0-0. And it looks like we got problems. Oh, and Matthews is spun. The leader in the points, has crashed. Jonathan Zorlin's in it. Ryan George, Jesse Turner, and the 87 of Andrew Davis. And also Joshua Collard, number 13, is spun. Excuse me. So an incident coming off corner number 4. Let's take a look at what happened here. John Arndt and Jesse Turner gets together, and Kyle Matthews gets stuffed in the wall in turn number 4. And then John Arndt, he gets hit by Daniel Olson in 72 as they come down the front stretch. Let's try to think. Yeah, William Brockey's going to get through this whole deal, and Phil Parker comes to a complete stop in a 17 car. And seeing Collard. Actually, Collard goes up the track, and so does Osborne. So the first caution flag of the day flying on the 9th lap of the race here. So this race, like I said, everything happens so quick on this track here, this track being so short. It's kind of hard to call all the action that happens. That's why I'm saying all this. So the only car that's out of the race is Daniel Olson in 72. He's the only car out of the race, and the only car multiple laps down is Jesse Turner. So later in the race is Emmanuel Hartnett. 2nd is Charles Sanford. 3rd is Cole Deaver. Dylan Young runs 4th. 5th position is Joshua Sakuli. Jessica Shelton goes 6th. 7th position is Michael Turner. 8th is Dunn LaPrade. 9th is Benjamin Miles. 10th is John Arndt. 11th is Jonathan Zorlin. 12th is William Brock. 13th is Phil Parker. 14th, Joshua Osborne. 15th is Joshua Collard. Andrew Davis is 16th. 17th is Ryan George. And Kyle Matthews will go 18th on this restart here. Jesse Turner, the only car on the inside, he's 19th. He's in 19th position, 3 laps down. Field rounds corner number 4. The green flag will be waving on lap number 12. And here we go again, here at Orange County. Dylan Young wasting no time in the 38 car. He goes to the inside lane now. Here comes... And Young's really making a charge here. Meanwhile, Charles Sanford going for the lead in 74. He'll make the move for the number 1 spot. And he's got it. Charles Sanford, the pole sitter, goes to the lead. But here comes Dylan Young closing in quick in that 38 machine. That's the Jason Leffler colors. He'll take 30. Now Joshua Sakuli battles back there for the 3rd spot. Shelton watching this from 5th. Cole Deaver's in 6th position now as they come out of turn number 4. Wow, very close between Sakuli and Young, and a touch coming in turn number 1. And now Shelton pulls up in the side of Young's car down for 4th. And now 3 wide racing here. Phil Parker and William Brock spins in turn number 1. Caution 2 to fly here in this 30 lapper at Orange County Raceway. That was a battle, I believe, for the 10th position between William Brock and the 27 and the 17 of Phil Parker. Trying to get around the lap car, Jesse Turner, as they come down to turn number 1. Parker moves up the track, got loose, and apparently hit Brock as they go down to turn number 1. Send them both around. No harm, no foul, really, for both the 17 and the 27. So that will drop both Parker down to 17th and the William Brock car in 18th position. So set the restart here for you. We'll have less than 10 laps to go and get this race restarted. Here it'll be 9 to go, I believe. So let's see what the pace car lights are off this time by. Yes, they are. Leader of the race is Charles Sanford, looking for his second win of the season. Emmanuel Hartnett second. Jessica Shelton third. Fourth is Joshua Sakuli. Fifth position is Dylan Young. Cole Deaver sixth. Michael Turner seventh. Eighth is Dunn LaPrade. Benjamin Miles ninth. And 10th is Joshua Osborne. So the field now goes through turn number 3 here. and about to get the race for the finish here in the first race of the Texas Pete Sauces 300. Green flag waves are back underway on lap 22. Through Charles Sanford out in front. And here comes Emmanuel Hartnett to the inside. Shelton now is going to try to make it. Shelton goes inside of Hartnett now for the second position here. And it looked like she was going to go 3 wide on Hartnett and Sanford both. And now Shelton. And she checked it here. Hartnett gives her the bump as they go up to number 4 now. Dylan Young goes inside of Emmanuel Hartnett. That's for the third position. Now Shelton goes for the lead. A pair of blue cars. Shelton shoves Sanford off the track. Sanford goes high. Shelton takes the lead. She led that lap. Here comes Hartnett, though. He's not giving up in the double zero machine. Jessica Shelton versus Emmanuel Hartnett. What a race we're going to see right here. Now with 5 laps to go. Sanford drops to 3rd. Now Cole Deaver begins to roll in that 3 car. He goes to 4th. Sakuli goes to 5th. Now passing Dylan Young. Osborne up to the 7th position. Now as he gets past Michael Turner. In the 43. Miles to 8th. 9th will be Ryan George. And 10th now to Dunn LaPrade. As they come off corner number 4, now Sakuli sticks the nose to the inside of Deaver, who now goes inside of Sanford for position. Now that's for 3rd. And meantime, it'll be 2 laps on the other side by Hartnett, trying to find any weakness out of Jessica Shelton as they come off turn number 4, though. Hartnett won the season down at Myrtle Beach. Looking for a second of the season, but Jessica Shelton has got in her rearview mirror right now at the moment. Sakuli takes 3rd. White flag is out for Jessica Shelton. And the yellow flag is out as well, and that's going to be the race right there. Jessica Shelton is going to be your winner of race number 1 of the Texas Pete Sauces 300 here at Orange County Speedway in Rougemont. And there it is. And I think 3rd was Cole Deaver got scored 4th over Charles Sanford. But there it is right there. Jessica Shelton wins here at Rougemont in Orange County Speedway in the first Texas Pete Sauces 300 race. Emmanuel Hartnett will finish 2nd. 3rd will go to, I believe, Joshua Sakuli. A good day for him in 3rd. 4th will be Cole Deaver. 5th will be Charles Sanford. Dylan Young will go 6th. Let's take a look as to what happened to cause the yellow flag to end the race under caution. Well, I'll tell you, that was going to be a great battle for the win here between Shelton and Hartnett. We'll see when the pace cars lights turn on. Yep, right about there. I really don't know who spun right there That yellow might have been for Jesse Turner in the 34 that spun, possibly. I truthfully do not know what caused the yellow flag to fly here to end this race under yellow. I truthfully do not know. Yep, it was the 99 of Dunn LaPrade that spun. Okay, there it is. So I had to spend all that time to try to find the yellow flag cause. Yeah, Dunn LaPrade got nudged by Jonathan Zorlin in 33, and it turns LaPrade around. He was only in 11th when it all happened, so LaPrade was going to have a solid day. But unfortunately, it all comes to naught for Dunn LaPrade as he. But anyway, that will do it. That will do it in race number 1 of the Texas Pete Sauces 300, the first race that is. So that will count as race 27 on the season here. Jessica Shelton gets her 4th win of the season as she takes home the race number 1 of the Texas Pete Sauces 300. Average speed 68.82 miles an hour. Emmanuel Hardman finishes 2nd. 3rd will go to Joshua Sakuli. Cole Deaver 4th. Charles Sanford 5th. 6th will go to Dylan Young. Then Michael Turner 7th. Joshua Osborne 8th. He will be the last quarterly lap scored. Benjamin Miles 9th. And 10th will go to Ryan George. Jonathan Zorlin 11th. 12th will go to Joshua Collard. 13th, Andrew Davis. 14th, Phil Parker. 15th will go to William Brock. John Hart 16th. Kyle Matthews dropped to 17th. So not the day he wanted here at the Orange County Speedway. However, his immense points lead continues, obviously. Dunn LaPrade 18th, 19th, Jesse Turner, and out of the race in 20th is Daniel Olson. So that does it for race number 1 here at Orange County Speedway. Congratulations to race number 1 winner, Jessica Shelton. We will have race number 2 coming up next here. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Orange County Speedway for the running of the Texas Pete Sauces 300. This is race number 2 we're going to be having here. And guess what? The sun shines for this bunch right here in race number 2 here at this 3/8 mile oval in Rougemont, North Carolina. We saw race number 1 happen with Jessica Shelton taking a tremendous win over Emmanuel Hartnett. And we'll have race number 2 coming up right now here for 30 more laps of action. And here's the starting line for the second race. On the pole is Nick Baxter in car 63. He'll be alongside JT Bryant. Cars number 1, the DeWalt Tools Ford. Baxter's in the 63 Lysol Pontiac. Row 2 is Zachary Fitzwater in car 45, the Sprint Spree Chevrolet. And the number 88 Navy Chevrolet of Chris Dodd. Third row, it's Trace Williams in car 29, the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet, car 29. And Jordan Anderson in the MB&A Pontiac, car number 18. Fourth row, it's Nick Gunther, the winner of the season at California in car 20, the GameStop Toyota. Alongside of him will be Chelsea Bowles. Her car number is 12 at the Verizon Wireless Dodge. Fifth row, a great quality run for Luis Hernandez, the 36 Stanley Tools Pontiac. Flanking him will be Paul Minnick in car number 10, the Nesquik Chevrolet. Car number 10 starts P10 here today, so how ironic. Next row down has car number 89, Quentin Moore in the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, driving for Morgan Shepherd. And beside him will be Johnny Gardner, car 22, the Discount Tires Dodge. He'll be alongside. Dougie Shears, Super Shears, as the inside of the next row down. He's currently battling for the championship in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He's on the inside of the next row down in the 23 Stacker 2 Chevy. Flanking him outside will be Matt Haas in car 37, the Timberwolf Pontiac. Next row down has car 66, Andrew Perry in the Duraflame Dodge. Beside him will be car number 93, the Amoco Ultimate Pontiac of Matt McIntyre. He's alongside. Couple of buddies in the next row down. It's Chris Dollerton, car 32, the Kleenex Chevrolet, and Kev Shearer in car 14, the Navy Chevrolet, starts outside. And starting scratch in the field is Zach Flickinger in car number 2, the AC Delgo Chevrolet. So, race number 1's in the books here, so we got half the points awarded here. This will award the other half of the points. So now, this is the bottom 19 cars in the points here coming into this event. So, they will get to have a race as well. Because as I said before, everybody races on this racetrack here. Two separate races, and everybody earns points. The awkward part of this whole thing, you're going to have 2 winners, so this will count now as race number 28 of the season. So the reasoning why it's equal starts for everybody in this series, for one thing, and even though it's 2 winners, obviously, and the bottom 19 points gets top 19 point, gets top 19 in the point system, obviously. Yeah, so you kind of get what I'm kind of talking about with this, but it is an oddball situation. This will be the race that will replace New Hampshire on the season. So it's going to be some exciting 3/8 mile short track action here in Ridgemont, North Carolina, in Orange County Speedway for the Texas Peace Sauces 300 race number 2 on this weekend at this little 3/8 mile racetrack. Commands been getting varying inches as we get set for action here. 30 more laps of racing here. We had a 30-lap race in the first heat, and in the first race, and in the second race will be another 30 laps of action. And if this is that first race was any indication of we'll see right here, we should see an excellent race here today in the second heat. So the first half of the points was awarded with Jessica Shelton getting the win. Who will win race number 2 out of this bunch of 19 cars? We'll be able to find out in 30 laps. Nick Baxter racing down. Green flag is out. We're back underway here in the Texas Peace Sauces 300, race number 2. And whoa, look at Zachary Fitzwater in 45. He's not wasting any time. He goes inside of Baxter for the lead. And he's got that lap. I think he does. Yes, he does. Fitzwater from 3rd to 1st here in the first half a lap of the race. Baxter's kind of falling back now to 4th, and here comes Trace Williams in 29. Now Nick Gunther gets into the mix now in 20. And working away up through the field here. There's a bunch of cars working away up through the field here. Nick Gunther goes inside. There's Chris Dalton in 32. Chris Dalton has our in-car camera in today's event. You barely even have time to take a breath on the backstretch here. This track is very, very short. As Fitzwater takes the lead, and now Nick Gunther going to second position now, and Chris Dalton continues to work his way through the field now. He had the luxury of starting on the inside of the field. And let's see where he's at this time by. Zach Flickinger moving his way through the field as well in number 2. Dalton up to the 8th position. But now Flickinger shoves him up high, and whoa, just about sideswipes Dalton's car. And whoa, Gunther, boy, I mean, Flickinger just about cut Dalton off. And now Cap Shear works his way through the field on number 14. Now he was inside of Dalton. And now 3 wide racing with Shears, and Baxter. And Nick Gunther, second place is spun! Along with JT Bryant, number 1, they both spin in turn number 1. Chelsea Bowles, Jordan Anderson, Chris Dodd. And Chris Dodd coming in the pit road here to the number 88 Navy Chevrolet. Damaged up a little bit here as we take a look as to what happened in that first turn. Zachary Fitzwater was leading him out. JT Bryant got loose, got into Nick Gunther. Bryant taps the rear of Gunther's car, sends him spinning. And look at the evasive action some people take here. Dougie Shears, Trace Williams, Dollarton, Chris Dodd just did not have anything right there. Collects Jordan Anderson, Paul Minnick, and Chelsea Bowles. In the 29 machine. On board, Chris Dollarton. So that's what it's like to avoid a wreck at about a little over 100 miles per hour here. So the field is situated right here. Zachary Fitzwater's your leader of the race. And Luis Hernandez now goes into second position. A new second place runner in this field. Third spot now will go to Andrew Perry. Then Trace Williams in fourth. Fifth is Dougie Shear. Sixth position is now Nick Baxter. Zach Flickinger seventh. Eighth is Chris Dollarton. Ninth will go Quentin Moore. And Kev Shearer, who started in the 18th position, moves his way up in the top 10 and 10th spot. Matt McIntyre runs in 11th position. A great day for him so far. 12th is Matt Haas. 13th is Johnny Gardner. 14th is Paul Minnick. JT Bryant is 15th. 16th is now Chelsea Bowles. Jordan Anderson 17th. And Nick Gunther, unfortunately for him, drops to 18th. He was running in second for a long time before the crash happened. And Chris Dodd, unfortunately for him, has been knocked out of the race. So we'll be almost halfway home here. 14 laps are in the books. It'll be 16 to go to decide race number 2 of the Texas Pete Sauces 300 as the green flag back out. Lap number 15. And look at Luis Hernandez, just like we saw Fitzwater do on the start there on the pole sitter, Nick Baxter. Now Andrew Perry goes inside now in the 66 car. That's for second place. And Hernandez goes to number 1 spot. He'll lead that lap. But here comes Andrew Perry. That's one of Johnny Gardner's drivers. And Hernandez and Perry both spin. And Johnny Gardner gets into it. And that's going to give the lead now to Dougie Shears in 23. He's now the leader of the race. Well, Fitzwater actually gives Perry the bump, and Perry just taps the back of Hernandez's car, and both of them go for spin. That's a second wreck Chris Dalton's avoided. Same with Paul Minnick. But Johnny Gardner, nothing doing for him and avoiding the wreck, and he gets a piece of, looks like he got a piece of Perry, I think. Yes, he did. He got a piece of Andrew Perry's car. So one Dodge butts the back of the other. But that does slide Perry and Hernandez both back now to 15th and 17th respectively. Johnny Gardner's crash hit, unfortunately for him, knocks him out of the race. So he's now the second retiree of this event. Well, I tell you, this bunch racing a little bit wilder than we saw the first one. The first one, though, we saw had a fairly clean race, really, to be honest. But hey, it's short track racing. Can't beat it. So Dougie Shears has the lead looking for his first win of the NRSL Mello Yello Series. He comes into this race, I believe, in the... Let's see. Shears comes into this series 33rd in points now. 33rd in points now in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Shears is, in fact, the points leader coming into their next stop on the tour at Martinsville, Virginia, because we had just gotten done running the always exciting and always wild at Talladega. But nonetheless, both the Cup and the Trucks did. But Shears right now leads the race here. Fitzwater coming in. Fitzwater is now second position. And remember, he got robbed at Bristol with that controversial finish. Third is Nick Baxter. Fourth is Trace Williams. Fifth is now Zach Flickinger. Kev Shearer is 6th. 7th is Quentin Moore. 8th is Matt McIntyre. Dalton's 9th and 10th is Matt Haas. And the rest of the runners here, Minnick, Bowles, Bryant, Anderson, Perry, Gunther, and Hernandez is the last remaining runners of this race here. Dodd and Gardner both out of the race and will finish in their respective positions. The green flag's out on lap number 22. 9 laps to go. Fitzwater trying to fight back on the inside lane. Here comes Fitzwater, 45, the Adam Petty colors. And he will take Nick Baxter with him. And look at this battle right here. Kev Shearer and Quentin Moore, they're going at it. Moore will bring McIntyre and Chris Dalton with him. And McIntyre and Kev Shearer trade paint a little bit. And look at Chris Dalton, 3-1 in turn number 3. And Quentin Moore's been shoved up the track. Dalton takes that was the 6th position, and Dalton puts McIntyre in the wall. And that's going to give the lead. And then later is now Nick Baxter here now with 5 laps to go in the race. And I believe Fitzwater will be 2nd, and 3rd will be Zach Flickinger. What an unfortunate situation for McIntyre. He was running in 7th position when it all happened. Dalton gets loose, drives McIntyre up the track, and McIntyre into the wall goes at number 93, Amico Ultimate Pontiac. And that course paint scheme, of course, very familiar to Richard Johnson, of course, the greatest in online racing. Well, one of the greatest, let's put it that way. And mind you, I'm not saying that I'm better than him by any means of imagination, because I'm actually not. So anyway, all that aside, though, Nick Baxter's the leader of the race in car 63. The Lysol Pontiac has the number 1 spot at the moment. 2nd position is Zachary Fitzwater. We'll see if we'll get the green flag this time by. I don't think we will, as a matter of fact. I think this race may finish under caution as well. And looks like we will not get a green flag for the rest of this race. So that's going to be Nick Baxter winning the 2nd race of the Texas Pete Sauces 300. And 2nd position will go to finishing 2nd will be Zachary Fitzwater. 3rd will be Zach Flickinger. Going 4th, finishing 4th will be Trace Williams. Dougie Shears will finish 5th. Chris Dalton will finish 6th. In this race, Kev Shearer will finish in 7th position. The white flag is out now, along with the yellow flag for Nick Baxter. And that's going to be his 2nd win of the season. He won earlier this season at the first race at Michigan. This season at Michigan. So he starts from the pole and finishes in 1st position. Quentin Moore's 8th. 9th will go to Chelsea Bowles. 10th will go to Matt Haas. Jordan Anderson 11th. Andrew Perry 12th. Paul Minnick 13th. 14th JT Bryant. Luis Hernandez 15th, 16th will be Nick Gunther, and 17th will be Matt McIntyre. An unfortunate break for him. Had a top 10 run going, and it was all spoiled because of that deal. And there it is, the Texas Pete Sauces 300. Race number 2 will go to Nick Baxter. He wins here at Orange County Speedway in Rougemont. The 2nd race here for the weekend. So for the victory lane, paint the color blue. We had a blue car go to victory lane with Jessica Shelton. We have another blue car winning on victory lane with Nick Baxter. So Ford and Pontiac take the day in this event. So, and that was their finishing order right here. Only cars out of the race here, Johnny Gardner and Chris Dodd, both out of the race. Unfortunately for them, Chris Dalton supposedly was the last car on the lead lap in 6th position. So congratulations here. So the Texas Pete Sauces 300 dual races are over. And everybody, as we said, the purpose here, everybody earns points. And even though we had 2 winners, so congratulations to Both race number 1 winner, Jessica Shelton, and race 2 winner, Nick Baxter. One of Johnny Gardner's drivers going to victory lane here today at this event. And Johnny had all 3 of his drivers in this event, as a matter of fact. So, anyway, so that will do it here today at Rougemont North Carolina. We'll go to South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia next on the tour. So, with the renowned, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NRSL, and we will see you next time.